Hello everyone. Follow channel Elderly Happy Wisdom. We meet again in a story, gentle round where there is no right or wrong. We'll share honestly between people, are going through the autumn season of life together. He once confided to me that now only. I hope my old age will be peaceful with my children and grandchildren. Eat a bowl of hot porridge in the morning and listen in the afternoon. Radio is enough, but even if you breathing, the closer the buttocks are, the more painful. See far away just a little bit. Indeed, everyone wants to live near their children. Nephew, but too close, and if not careful, then conflict. Tuan is prone to worry too much. Too much left said uncomfortable, so I withdraw. Too much hand again considers it natural. So sometimes the way to live close. The most comfortable thing is to learn to live alone. Being a little more independent is not living alone. Simple, but knowing how to keep apart private. For yourself, so you don't get disappointed and don't cry. Belong, not become heavy in your own home. Today I invite you to sit down. Come over to a cup of warm tea and listen to me tell you about the 7 very practical things that old people should do. Do to make the rest of your life happy. No dependence, no trouble, child. I myself feel at peace. Stay healthy as long as possible. Guys, if you have the strength, you have everything. All strength is lost. There is nothing left to keep the sentence. It sounds familiar, but until I was weak and exhausted in the late afternoon. Many people mistakenly believe that health is downhill, is inevitable. Let it be, but it is not. My uncles are not as healthy as they used to be. Young but still able to maintain a healthy body. Stable if we care about it every day. Just need to eat on time and get enough sleep every day. Morning walk, some physical activity, health care. Birth is very different from the uncle and Anne I know. I'm 75 years old this year. I still wake up early. Wait for cooking 100 trees, do everything themselves. In the house, the emperor said that his grandmother was healthier. I'm in jail. Hearing that, I just took off my mask. Just know how to keep yourself healthy. Not only helps us to be independent in life, but also keep the voice of respect. In the family when I was healthy. As long as you can take care of yourself, life is valuable. Don't live for others to bear. But you know to keep the control. That activity needs something besides health. It is also important not to be picky, that is the initiative. Financially, I may not be rich, but having some savings is better than living. But have to turn your hand upside down every time you need to spend a. Guys, someone said jokingly, do fake people live comfortably? Sometimes lying in the wallet, listening then thinking. Charm, but thinking about it again, it's so true. Many uncles sacrifice their whole life for their children and grandchildren. Save all your money when you retire. The house is divided into 2 parts. Just do it like that. Love is to leave blessings, but when needed. By medicine, want to go to the cinema, want to eat pho. Also have to look before and after, then the heart. No fun, money is not. Is all but a means to oneself. Live with voice, freedom, and heart. Respect my neighbor first. He divided all his property among his 3 children. I think I will love you more than take care of you. More thoughtful, but life is not like me. Calculate a few years later, you will spend everything. Even if you ask for a box of milk, you have to ask at the time. That's when you realize that money is not for keeping, of which to retain autonomy. So if keep some for yourself, just a little bit also has medicine money. If I can spend my pocket money on my own, then I don't have to live and beg. To keep that money, live frugally. That's not enough. You also need to learn how to refuse. Keep your energy up so you don't burn out. Strength and affection without restraint. So you guys, I think I have one. That disease is too much love becomes too much dynasty. The most tiring thing is seeing children and grandchildren gather. If you are busy, I am always ready to help you. First is picking up and dropping off grandchildren, cooking, washing, pouring oil. Old, so do all the housework. But not good, but love must have. Squid Ink helps when healthy, does when dead. Happy is to help the child, not to be a husband. Tired of working, but there is something in my heart. Not comfortable can sometimes become pressure. I remember once sitting and drinking tea with an aunt near my house. I wake up at 5 o'clock every day, cook breakfast for the family, and look after the children. I have not had time for a long time. For me too, I ask, why not you? Said uncle, smiled sadly, afraid to say again. Selfish, irresponsible. Not every bowl is required. Rest, but have the right to refuse one. Gentleness is what we should do. Learn to say that health is not good today. Mom, take a break. Is this true, Mom? Cannot stand other personality. See what I said is not too much. It is not irresponsible, but know how to keep some strength for yourself. Peace left to do that. Also need to choose a suitable place to live. Fit the temperament so as not to be embarrassed. Itchy in human space. Dear friends, accommodation is not just where the sun and rain are, but also where the animals are raised. Spiritual nourishment, especially in the afternoon. My temperament becomes more sensitive than expected. Be peaceful and quiet where you live. Also need to fit your heart a lot. Choose to live with children and grandchildren thinking that it is closer. Pillows are good, but reality can be not as expected, quite different generation. Used to fasting from those. Small things like what to eat and what time to sleep. Big or small TV can easily cause conflict. But the conflict is not said, then secretly said. Then complain, so I have to bear it myself. Tongue new and aunt before. Living with son every day, Uncle C. Like a guest in your house. Dare to display, but dare not invite friends over. Play even walking must be careful. The last step he decided. Move to live alone in a small house. Before not luxurious, not spacious. Slowly, but you said here I just see. I am the owner, of course not everyone. Have conditions to live separately, but even though living with. Everyone needs space for their moss. A small space to breathe, to live as you wish, and the most important thing is where there is respect. Only there can I feel at peace to live. Long time not sad is impossible. Just around the house need to keep. Give yourself relationships outside the family. Family to not see life only for left. The wall and the monotonous sound of the television every day. Guys, I pretend I don't have it. Means to be famous, then many people will follow. When retired, I still have a busy life. Growing up, friends also gradually decreased, so just keep quiet. Reason to live through this alone. But living like this for a long time will make me lonely. Always without children, even though love. But cannot always sit next to. We have family, have job, have personal concerns that I have. Need someone to talk to and share. Share to laugh, so the heart is not cold. Uncle too is used to living alone, but I will walk with you to lack. Pretend they drink tea, play chess, and tell old stories. I laughed all morning when you said this morning. Don't sit with them, and they will tear you apart. Like something is missing in my heart. Maintain relationships outside the family. No need for noise, just a few people. Friends of the same age understand each other. Use it occasionally. Go for a walk, drink a cup of coffee, or simply calling to ask is enough to make me feel. If there are still people who remember me. I live alone, no one knows. No one looking for long will find themselves like being. The world forgets, but when we take the initiative. Open to communication even if living alone. Still feel full of laughter, and when I'm happy and in good spirits, so what? Also gentle, but want to be like that too. One more thing to keep the decision. Determine matters related to oneself. Myself, so as not to get caught up in the life of others passively. Dear, there is one thing I always think. As long as I'm sane, I should still decide for myself. My stories from the meal of rice balls. To where to go, what to do, many people. Old or afraid of children or grandchildren. Just started working, so feel free to ask anything. What do you think mom should eat? Should dad go? This place is not for sale. Mom is planning to buy a shirt. I think this is an unbelievably good match. Respect your child, but sometimes make yourself. I became dependent, I know. Uncle is over 10 years old, but very independent. You should schedule your own regular health checkups. Travel once a year, every morning. Walk around the park and then cook for yourself. Eat. Uncle said that there is still something that he loves and takes care of. I think that is precious, but I can't let them. It lives for me, I think important. That point is absolutely correct. Decide for yourself. Determine matters related to oneself. Does not mean to be stubborn. Can still ask children's opinions, still listen. But the final choice should be of oneself, because no one understands the mechanism. Express your feelings and circumstances by I just need that alone I have. Keep the so-called active life. Not to live by circumstances, and to have. Can keep that initiative for long. Cannot let myself stand still, lazy old. Still learning new things, and still curious about life. Is the person who never really gets old. Uncle, many people think that at this age. Then why study and update? Tired but really old and getting older. We should study not to get the certificate. Level to keep your spirit young. I once met an aunt over 70 years old still. Regularly, every night open YouTube to listen to Dharma. Conversation, learn to bake, even posted. Video sharing cooking tips for you guys. Different age, study not necessarily. Have to sit at a desk or hold a notebook. Learn from life, learn how to use electricity. Phone to ask, video for children to learn photography. Flowers in the garden, learn to breathe deeply. More every morning, learn to smile more. Are all subjects of old age. And most importantly, when you are willing to do it. I myself will not be left behind. See the year of the monkey, not see life, just running forever, but I'm standing outside. Curiosity is learning, the heart is alive. Still want to go on, still want to be happy, so. Old age is not scary, only scary when you are alone. Stop looking for fun, stop connecting, and stop loving yourself when you have. Know how to live for yourself, then even children and grandchildren. Near or far, whether the house is crowded or short. I still feel life is stable and secure. Dear uncle, so we were together. Go through 7 things that seem small but is very important if you want. Live happily independently and still have children and grandchildren. Love is found in keeping healthy. Healthy with enough money to politely refuse. Choose a suitable place to live, maintain relationships. Self-determination, system of life and stories. Learning every day is not the overwork, but a way to live alone. Life worth the years. Old age is not a period. The rest of life is a ripe season too. I live slower, deeper, and more gently. Don't worry about your children forgetting either. Sad because I am not as strong as. First, you just need to know how to live for yourself. A little bit to keep the heart light, then every day that passes is a day worth living. If you find these shares touching, somewhere in my heart, please invite you. Click to follow the channel to say true and happy to have each other every afternoon. Tell stories about life, people, and stories. How to live a peaceful, happy, and valuable life. Treat to the end of the road, thank you. I listened to the end. Good luck to you all. Lots of health and peace of mind. Always smiling and a young heart.